Hello, welcome to another episode of Grounds for Divorce, right? Today is you'll see two new faces, myself, who is going to be the guest host, and you'll see another new face, Kenneth, who is one of the co-founder of Grounds for Divorce. So today is a very special episode, right? Because we are going to bring them on board to talk about their expertise of home decisions, right? Especially when it comes to divorce, pre, during, or post. And they're going to share about what experiences they have on the ground dealing with these special cases. And you, as viewers, what are some of your burning questions that you might face or you might have when it comes to divorce, right? So very happy to have both of them on board today. Okay, Kat, could you give your introduction?
Hi, I'm Kathleen. I'm a divorcee. I'm a realtor that is coming off 10 years of experience. I have 4 beautiful children, 2 with her, 2 without.
Wow, 2 with her and 2 without. Interesting. Kenneth?
Hi friends, I'm Kenneth, a former police officer with 16 years of real estate experience. Happily married with 2 kids.
Beautiful. Hey, good morning to both of you. I think today we want to go deep dive into the property aspect and the property strategies that we can take for couples who are going through the divorce journey, right? So maybe you can start by asking some of your 战争经验, your battle experience, right? And a lot of people say that usually when a couple go through a divorce, it's a lose-lose situation on both sides. So maybe you all can start by sharing any stories or case studies that you have come across that resulted in a lose-lose on the couple side. Kenneth, you want to start with your story? Do you recall any?
Okay. So I have one particular case whereby, after the divorce, the court already gave order for the couple to sell their matrimonial home. I think within 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So after 3 long years, the home was still not sold.
3 long years?
Yep. Okay, the reason is because the wife already moved out, so the husband was still staying at the home. Okay,
yeah.
And then because she already moved out, and then she needs the money to move on.
Yeah.
So she has been trying to, within her best, try to get agents to come in, talk to the husband, try to sell the house. But somehow I think the husband wasn't really, the ex-husband wasn't cooperative. So the thing went on for 3 long years.
I see.
Yeah, and then she came to me after that.
Okay.
Yep.
So to be clear, the court order was given.
Yes.
And usually the time period is about 6 months. But they can drag for about 3 years.
I would not say that they can drag for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. But if no action taken by then, sometimes it can drag and drag and drag.
I see.
Yeah.
So I've seen many cases where court orders is between 6 to 12 months. Yeah. So people always ask me, Kat, how long can we take? How long can my ex-spouse take before they start responding?
Yeah.
So they always ask this question.
I see.
Yeah.
Do they get a satisfactory answer when you tell them it's 6 to 12 months?
It is written in the court decree, right? So it's in the court order. I'm not the one who dictated it. So I'll have to tell them, based on this is what you get. So would you want to follow? It's really entirely between the two of you. We are here to facilitate.
Okay. So this is only applicable for HDB or is it also applicable to private property?
Private properties as well.
Oh.
Yes.
But private property, you can own yourself without the family unit, right? So why is there still the court order needed for this?
Otherwise, both parties can have an endless battle of when to sell. Nobody will be able to tell you. So usually in a divorce case, both parties no longer stay in the same house. Many a times they cannot stay together anymore. So one party would move out first.
Okay.
So if both parties own the house together, what happens? Yeah. So they need to sell in order for them to have their own house, right? So so this is the main problem.
I see. So it's kind of like a new beginning, right? You sell the house, then you have a new beginning, you move on with life of sorts.
Yes.
Yeah. So in your case, Kenneth, right, for the 3-year case, right, tell me a little bit more and describe the situation back then.
Okay, from my perspective, I think because the husband doesn't have a place to stay. Sorry, the ex-husband doesn't have a place to stay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, out of desperation, and then he chose to continue to to drag so that he has a place to stay. Okay. The only problem is that the wife on the other side also having a challenging time as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So she set up a meeting for us to meet up. So I met up with the ex-husband, together with her. Okay. So initially the husband, he wasn't hostile.
Okay.
In fact, he appears to be cooperative.
I see.
you know, are willing, thank you very
Gifts.
much, you know, come to our place, you know, I'm ready to sell the house, etc., etc. So we even signed an agreement, a marketing right for me to get the home sold. Okay, and then you know, when I start market the place and then start to arrange people to view the house, then he always have excuses.
I see.
Okay, I'm not at home. I need more time. Maybe I want to buy over the house.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah.
So this excuse actually dragged for another year.
Oh wow.
So drag for another year until the extent whereby I need to remind the wife that
Yeah.
you know because I see how she suffered.
Yes.
So I need to warn her that this cannot continue. You
Yeah.
cannot depend on your ex to be cooperative.
I see.
So I actually you know suggest to her that maybe she can seek legal advice.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Do you think he has somebody to advise him as in what to do? Or he just plainly just did it based on
my experience is he's quite the intelligent person.
Okay.
He probably get advice from the husband, the ex-husband. Probably get advice from friends or
I see.
maybe you know legal advice somewhere lah. And then maybe somebody told him that you know if he choose to drag, you know, don't let people view the house, and then there's nothing much the ex-wife can do. Furthermore, during this period, the wife is paying for the house
I see.
through her
no
CPF.
wonder.
And then the husband, I think he's doing some you know odd jobs here and
Yeah.
there lah, so doesn't
Yeah.
have a stable income.
Okay.
So that explains why.
That explains why.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know
yes,
that
yes.
explains why you know it can be quite extreme lah.
Yeah.
So anyway, come back to the story. She went to get legal advice, and then you know the lawyer managed to apply to court, okay, for her to have the sole right to conduct the sale.
I
Meaning
see.
to say that she can proceed to sell the house without the husband's signature.
Oh,
So
okay.
court registrar will actually, you know, authorized to sign to process.
Yeah. And in that journey, right, how did she feel?
Okay, I think coming from her perspective, you know, she doesn't. Once we got that order, she doesn't sound too excited. Why? Because that's not the result. The result is actually to get
The household.
the household. Okay, and then when we have that, you know, the new order, another problem come because we know that for viewings, to sell the house, we need to allow buyers to see the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the husband is staying there, so it was quite challenging to arrange viewing. But because she was still the owner, so whenever there's a viewing, I will get her to come down so that she can open the door. Okay, but the thing is this: the husband actually changed her padlock.
Oh.
So the husband is aware that we are going to bring people to view the house, so he changed the padlock. So we managed to get locksmith to come to open the padlock. So she's still the owner, she can still go in, Okay, and then open the padlock, go in, conduct the viewing. The next day, the ex-husband reported police, said the items were missing.
Oh.
So he's trying to make things extremely
difficult.
challenging for us.
Yeah.
So moving forward, it's also very difficult for us to get the home sold.
Okay.
I see.
So has it been sold already? Or
It was
still in the
sold already.
market?
It was sold already.
Okay. Wow. Then in this long journey, right, isn't it very taxing on the marketing budget? Because you all have to pay a marketing budget. What I understand is you have to pay a marketing budget for the listing to be there, right? So isn't it very disruptive?
I think coming from a business point of view, I think it's opportunity versus risk. So in that sense, we do undertake some risk in that sense.
Of course.
Okay, but to me, most importantly, is more on the time, because I not say wasted 1 year. To me, yes, I wasted 1 year, but the wife, the ex-wife, even longer, 4 years. And then I see how she suffered during this period. Not only she don't get the cash proceed, every month she's paying.
Yeah.
And not forgetting,
she's not even using the house, right?
You're right. And not forgetting there are interest involved.
Yeah.
Because it's a mortgage, so there's mortgage interest, and then she's using her CPF. So CPF, there's accrued interest. So that means that if they were to get the home sold, her cash proceed will also be
reduced.
Correct.
Yeah. So in this case, right, I mean, I'm very curious. What is motivating both of you to go into these complex cases? I mean, it's simple. Based on the stories that you tell me, it's simple to just transact the house, right? And that's where you get your commission, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But there's so much work involved in managing divorcees or people who are going through a very tough emotional journey. So personally, what is motivating you to serve this group of clients?
I don't think this is just money anymore. If we are talking about just finances, this kind of cases are definitely not worth our time. Really, to talk about it is not worth the time.
Yeah.
However, it's on top of just monetary. There is also, to me, there's a certain obligation where somebody comes to me and they tell me the situation. If I think I can be of a help to this person to get them out of a situation within my means, I think let's try and push through. So with expertise, I think a lot of time is not many people are aware how to handle the emotions of these couples. And for us, is we handle not only the house. If it's just transaction of the house, I think it is the least, this is of the least concern to us. That one is what we do daily. But it's because of the emotions of the people that we're handling that makes it tougher. But after a while, when these clients come to us, I won't say, I cannot just tell them, okay, your case is too complex. I don't think I want to help you. I think it's very difficult to do that as well.
Yeah. How about Kenneth?
I think for me, in the industry for 16 years, okay.
Wow.
For me, I think sell-by is straightforward.
That's true.
Okay. Sometimes I do appreciate challenging. Sometimes I do appreciate challenging.
That sounds
Okay. That, I mean, kind of like self-worth. Well, I'm being, I can make a difference in someone else's life. Not so much about money. Yes, I do make money out of that transaction. But most importantly, I help another person move on. And truly, I make a difference in their life. Not just sell-by. For me,
Agree. So at the end, where the client tells me, thanks, Kat, we are, they are very appreciative of the effort and the time that we put into them, because they know very well that they've been through many. That's why some of these clients of ours, they've gone through many agents that cannot help them.
Okay.
And then they come back to us and let us know. They tell us, if you cannot help me, I also understand. So it's almost like they are
Almost
very,
giving up.
They
Yeah,
give
they
up
feel very
already.
hopeless. They felt very helpless as well. It's not easy.
So meeting couples going through such cases, right? Probably you will have some reflection and learnings and the not to do's, right? So in those situations, I even heard of a story where a wife was suffering from physical abuse from the husband, right? And what happened in that story? Maybe you all can share.
So this wife was physically abused by the husband for many years, and then eventually, I think she had some the order from court that from the police to prevent the husband from getting close to them, the wife and the kids, because I think the husband beats the wife and the kids after drinking.
Okay.
Even neighbors told us that it was very dramatic.
Wow.
So I managed to speak to the wife and the social worker as well. And then I got to know a bit more inside the news about, at the end of the day, what exactly happened was, so the husband got the wife to sign for the divorce, right? With very unfavorable terms to her.
Okay.
So the wife ended up with, if I remember correctly, it's about 10 to 20% from the sale of the house.
Very
And the
small amount.
custody is in the hands of the wife,
see.
because the husband gave it up.
Okay.
So in that sense, because the husband is not a Singaporean, he's a PR, so he has plans to take the sale from the house and then he will to leave the country.
Oh, wow.
So eventually the wife is left to fend with, from the social worker side, she explained that the wife is not very educated. So salary is not very high.
Okay.
So barely keeping alive for herself and the kids.
Right.
So there's no way that she can buy over the house. Neither can she buy another house just based on her salary. So it becomes very, very difficult for her situation. And that's why so from the ex-husband was the one who called us and then told us the situation. Yes. And then asked us to help to
Whistleblower.
yes, to get the wife to sell. So when he told us the story, we will very skeptical at first.
Totally
we think-
opposite from my earlier.
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
totally different.
Painted a different scenario. at all.
So we heard one-sided story. It said, oh, the wife was very mean to him, refused to let him see the kids. Wow. All the thing was on the wife. The wife was almost like not sane, from the way he described. So I was like, something is quite wrong. It doesn't sound correct. So what we did is we went to try to search. We went to the house to try to get to speak to the wife.
Yeah.
Couldn't get through. So the only way was through the ex-husband. We managed to get hold of the social worker.
Oh, okay.
So that was only then that we managed to speak to them.
yeah.
Speak to the social worker, to the wife, and then we got more clarity. Then we're like, okay, this thing don't work. So this thing is something is wrong. We cannot just say that the husband came to us for help, and therefore we help the husband to press the wife further, knowing that this thing it is at her disadvantage.
Yeah.
So it ended up the whole scenario. So we came to realize that I think if the party who needs help doesn't have the right advice, it becomes very challenging because the ex-husband decided not to go for legal aid so that the ex-wife don't need to go for legal aid.
There's no legal defense for her.
Nothing.
see.
So she has got no idea that she has no idea what she was signing.
I see.
Yeah. So advice to the viewer, never sign on a separation without knowing what you're signing. Always seek legal advice. At least your lawyer would tell you what is your rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are not fighting for everything. I'm not saying that we should be selfish and fight for everything.
I think
No.
if you read, you understand, you
Yeah.
agree, then that's fine.
Correct.
Yeah.
But the risk is you don't even know what you are.
Yes.
Signing. In
Then
that
the implication,
situation, why was the ex-wife in that situation to make that decision? Was she coerced or what happened?
From what I know was she was desperate to get out of the situation. She was under very bad abuse. It's almost every day he went drinking, come back, he hit her and the kids.
I see.
So they are always hiding in one corner, very scared
I see.
that the husband, the father is coming home, in that sense.
Yeah.
So end up, when he agreed that, okay, let's go for the divorce, she just signed.
I see.
But she has no idea what she signed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but at the time where I was looking at the court decree, because they sent to me the court decree, I looked at the court decree, I asked her this question, because I spoke to her, right? So I asked her, ma'am, do you know what you signed? So she actually said, what is this?
Oh.
She literally asked me this.
I see.
What is this? I was very shocked. Means she doesn't even know that legally she is already divorced. Yeah. So
So by right, she has the rights to move out of the house if she wanted to, right?
she
And bring the kids away from the
yeah,
ex-father,
Yes.
husband.
she has no place to go.
Okay.
Yeah, she has no place to go. So she mentioned that she has no place to go. Her own parents' house is not able to house all of them because she has kids with her. And the kids are also reaching teens.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I think the ex-husband already moved out of the house, and then the ex-husband painted a picture that she refused to cooperate to sell
Oh,
the house.
right.
But after we understand the whole situation, in our opinion, maybe she's being taken advantage of, lah.
I see.
Yeah.
But then again, the divorce is finalized, the order is out. Then yeah.
So-
it is what it is.
Yeah. So that's why the legal advice before they even sign on the
It's crucial.
final agreement is very, very crucial. So at least they don't know. But it doesn't mean that you cannot ask.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that somebody cannot tell you so that you are fully aware before you sign the dotted line. Because
Yeah.
we still live in a country whereby everything goes through black and white.
Yeah. So is there
Devastating.
what kind of legal aid can they find? Because for someone who is in that situation, going to the police is also something that they might be already fearful about. And then you think about legal aid or lawyers, there is a price to pay. Right? So what are their options in that case? For this case of the woman who is domestically abused.
So I think for Singapore, there is still association whereby you can actually approach, and there is free legal aid given.
Oh,
So
okay.
under the Ministry of Social MSF, so there is actually a portion whereby they allow these people who really need, right, and they do not have the financial means to actually visit. Call them up. Just call them. They have a hotline, right? Just call them up and let them know your situation, that you need a legal advice from somebody professional.
Yeah.
there are lawyers, there are proper lawyers that actually give voluntary services. So they
okay.
volunteer to
That's
help.
very helpful.
So yeah, maybe every month they have got some lawyers that take turns, right? That they give some advice. So even they cannot be represented fully, where
Okay.
legal advice, of course, in Singapore is it comes with a cost, right? It
Yes.
comes with a price. But this legal aid are free. Yeah, they're free.
That's great.
At least have somebody professional to tell you
Yeah.
before they even sign. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that is important.
So how did that situation ended?
For this case, the situation wasn't the easiest because we spoke to the social worker again. So the social worker actually told us the wife also refused to get help. So
Okay.
she was in the corner. I think she just don't want to face the reality
Yeah.
that she will end up with no house.
Yeah.
So that's why we call this a lose-lose case. Because until today, we have no news that the wife needs help, but she doesn't want to seek help.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that you all can force the way through as well, right?
Cannot.
I see.
Even we offered to help her in the best way so that we can help her to fight for, we are not lawyers, so we cannot fight for her, but at least we know what are her rights.
We can
and her
point her
grounds.
to,
Yeah.
to the right direction,
Correct.
and then from there, at least there are options
Correct.
moving forward for her.
Yeah. So in this case, because seems like the clients found you guys, right? So how do people find you? Is it usually through the property listings that you do, or do you all have a way and a channel that you all can help this specific group of people?
I don't even know whether do I want to turn on running ads.
Okay, so ads is one channel. I mean, that's very natural, right? So ads is one channel. Any other channels? Or do you all usually get from word of mouth?
Word of mouth we have,
Okay.
but I would say word of mouth is not daily. Everybody, I hope not lah. When it's really word of mouth means everybody around us is starting to get to this situation. I don't
Yeah.
think it's the most pleasant.
Yeah.
Been through it myself before, so I think a lot of times is a lot of people around is okay when they heard that the friend is facing issues and they
Yeah.
need some advice.
Yes.
I do get calls from friends and friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that but that one is not daily lah. But it's actually through ads that we realize that there are many people who are in the situation whereby they don't know what to do. They don't even know how to start. A lot of them, they ask me, Kat, what should I do first?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
So that is pre-divorce or
yes,
during? Okay.
Some of them is pre-divorce.
Okay.
So actually, many of the people are not informed because they got no source of information.
Yeah. So they are thinking of going through the process because they have already maybe reached the end of the relationship, but they don't know how to go about doing it.
Yes. A lot of people thought that they are at the end of the relationship, but they are actually not aware. It may not be the end. What they need to know is at first have the right person to talk to them,
Yeah.
so that they know at what stage they should and what help they need. Because many a times there are people who are not ready for even divorce. They are not even ready.
Share more. But what do you mean by not ready?
Some of them, as they say, they have a very bad quarrel. They talk about, I want to divorce. So the next day they start to find information. Oh, I need to do something about it. But what
Yeah.
exactly is divorce? What entails the whole process? What is in a divorce? So before, in the middle, and after. So many people do not know what exactly the word divorce is. Yeah. So people who have been through, they know how most of the time divorces are not pleasant. Yeah. For yourself, for your family, for your kids. Yeah. It is most difficult. So so those phone calls that came to me. So what I do is how I talk to these people will be always seek a right person to speak to first. And think through before you realize that, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, the professionals, so of course the professionals leads to many, right? So some people speak to coaches, some people speak to counselors. That is pre.
Yeah.
So during divorce, of course, they need legal aid.
Yes.
They need people, lawyers, to tell them what is their rights and whether this is something that they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after that, with the court decree, then they need to settle the house. Of course, we can help. Yeah.
Because I think in divorce, there's too many things to consider. Okay, I want to divorce, don't want to divorce, emotion, do I love or not love my children, family, extended families, shelter, finances, income. Like, it actually can be quite messy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then as much as possible, we if you can try to settle one thing at one time, maybe child custody, let's settle about the children. Then finances after marriage, or do I have income? Then what about home? And then what about government policies that maybe can support that? In terms of grant, in terms of next home, etc. etc.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think very beautiful to hear that, right? Because of course I spoke to both of them about their wishes, and naturally, only when a couple goes through the proceeding, then they will have to do the property transaction, and that's when you all come in, right? But the reason why you guys wanted to start this podcast, Grounds for Divorce, is also because you wanted more clarity and people to be informed, so that the pre-journey, right? Ideally, they will not go through the divorce. But if they go through it, then you all will be there to support that at the post stage, right? So I want to talk about case studies where it was too late, right? Where the house is sold, but then somehow both parties actually lose their homes, right? Do you all have cases like that?
So there was this couple, right, that they came to me just not too long ago. So what happened is they sold the house already.
Okay.
And actually, I'm not sure why is it that after they sold the house, then they started to look for me. I think maybe the reason was because they wanted to find a place to stay, and on their own they couldn't.
Yeah.
On their own they couldn't.
Yeah.
So they hearsay from a lot of people, from relatives, from friends, and all, say they can this and that. So they bang walls. They go many places, and they realize that they still cannot.
I see.
So there are people who told me that they went through appeals as well. They appeals to government bodies, right? But then it still came back unfavorable. So they asked me. So I think they are quite desperate. So they started seeking answers online, and then they found me somehow. So they called, and then they asked. So his situation was the husband earns maybe about 1,800 per month.
Oh, that's tough.
Yes, and then he had, after the sale, in his CPF, he has about 200,000. And the cash proceeds after the sale, each of them took about 10,000.
Wow. Okay.
So technically, you look at it, at 1,008, they can't get much loans. In actual fact, for people who cannot take the HDB loan anymore, normal banks do not give loan with the salary.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
with that salary, they cannot get the loan. So you talk about 10,000 cash, 200,000 CPF, total 210. We don't have anything that is
There's nothing in Singapore.
nothing in the resale market. I'm sad to say there's nothing. But if you talk about BTO, the person must be eligible. So this is something that's very tricky, very very tricky. So this where they are quite desperate.
Yeah.
I think to make it simple for people who are after divorce, they are trying to figure out whether or not they can they buy their next home. So basically, there's only 3 parts.
Yeah.
Okay. Part 1, are you eligible? Let's say you're buying HDB. Are you eligible to buy HDB as a single? Let's say you are above 35, then okay lah. But if let's say you are below 35, do you have children? If you have children, then yes, you can buy. So I think the first part is eligibility. Are you eligible to buy a home?
Yeah.
So that part settled, we go to the next one. Okay. Financially, can you afford it? In terms of deposit, CPF, and then based on your income, what are the loan that you are eligible for? So this clear. We go to the third one. Okay, can you take advantage of a government incentive or government grant? And then from there we add up. So this 3 part will always stay there.
Yeah.
So there's no more answer really. So if you want to know whether or not can you buy another house, you just look at this 3 part.
Yep.
And then we settle one part at one time. It makes it easier.
That is basically, we are talking about HDB.
Yes. Private will be different story.
Private is a lot
Have
easier.
more flexibility.
Yes, of course.
Whether financially can you afford it?
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
So for private, it's only whether you have the cash and whether you have the loan capability. Yes.
I mean, in this case, for the couple, it was a very unfortunate case because they didn't do the pre-planning of their houses, right? Thinking about where they're going to stay post the sale.
Yes, a lot of couples, they do not know. The only idea that they have is, I want a divorce and I want to be out of this relationship.
Yeah.
And then we are done and we move we go separate ways.
Yeah.
Then how? Where? Where do they house themselves? Where do they house their children? These thoughts don't come to them until they are in the situation. Oh, I actually cannot buy. Yeah. So I just have a client yesterday that asked me this question.
I see.
Yes. Kat, my house, I can sell my house for this price, right? So I say yes. In the market value, it looks like this is not the problem. So how much money do I have? Can I buy a house tomorrow?
Wow.
Yeah, straight
Okay.
away. This is what they have in mind.
Yeah.
So, but at least these are people that, because he spoke to me before he signed his papers. So I told him to
Took the
do
right
a
move.
planning. Yeah, so do a right planning between himself and his ex-wife. I think in the most humane manner for both parties. Is
Humane.
it
Not
has to
living
be,
under the bridge,
right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
So you don't want the other party. Okay, during the divorce, everybody, nobody is very happily divorced lah. Most of the time, people are not, right? So, but instead of making both sides lose everything and being so upset, rather, why not both sides move on amicably? At least both gets the legal, at least somewhere that they can stay properly. Yeah, I think it is the most decent way to just move on and out of a relationship.
I see.
Yeah.
I think in a divorce, unfortunately, the marriage didn't work. Okay, it's already bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and then try not to make it worse. So marriage doesn't work already. Okay, so there's no need to actually talk about it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But don't implicate property or children. We just stop there and then everybody move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no need to blame. I
So
mean, in my
curious,
opinion,
right? What is the cheapest property you can get in Singapore? Just curious.
320. For 3-room flat, the cheapest one at current market.
Just check.
Now
330.
Or
320.
330,000. So at least have that 330,000.
That's for a
Each,
3-room lah, 3-room flat.
Yeah.
Because 3-room flat in the open market is you still can find more easily. 2-room is where you only have 1 bedroom and the
Yeah.
living room, right?
Yeah.
That one is very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare.
They call it the shoebox unit or something like that, right?
And no, in government.
Not so much about the size,
Yeah.
but very much on about the lease remaining.
Ah,
So it probably
okay.
is about 45, 50 years old
Yeah.
flat. So
Yeah.
the lease remaining probably about 50 plus minus.
Correct.
I see.
So-
I see. But it's also tough, right? I mean, if you look at middle income family or the lower middle income family, that is 600,000, 300,000 each for the CPF. And we're usually talking about maybe, I don't know, younger couples that is going through this journey. So you're looking at people at the mid 30s or 40s, early 40s, right? So for them, they each must at least have 300 over 30,000 to move on to the next stage and have their own houses to stay. Right? Otherwise, they have to stay with their parents or relatives, right?
For young people, and if the income is still healthy, it is, when I say healthy, is of course in today's context because of inflation, etc. Even houses prices has gone up by quite a fair bit. So if your income doesn't grow in tandem, you end up having issues with even taking minimum loan from the bank. You are not eligible to take a loan, then it depends on how much CPF or the cash you have to put it in.
Yeah.
So
I think government has some ways to help lower income group of people. So in short, the lower income government actually give them more grants to buy home. So the higher income, the grant reduce. Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, I think it's 7,005. If the income is 7,005, sorry, 4,005 or below, then then government
eligible for the grant. I see. Yeah,
enhanced grant.
I guess the audience, if they are going through a journey like that, maybe can call you guys and then you all can list out all the possible solutions and the out for them, right?
I think more importantly is we have to see case by case basis. Everybody's situation is different. What they have is different. Even the family nucleus that they have is different. So we can only assess individually and then to tell them what are the possible options that they can take. Yeah. Many a time, sometimes is even if we cannot be of any help to transact something, but we can help them to point them to the right direction. So at least they don't feel so helpless. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and what I understand from their journey, right, they have been helping a lot of people going through the divorce journey or considering a divorce journey, and therefore they have also a lot of connections with divorce coaches, lawyers who are expert in this area. Definitely, you can help them to point them to the right direction as well.
I think this is something that we definitely can do.
Yeah.
We work closely with family lawyers, so because we need both sides to facilitate, ensure that the whole transaction is smooth.
Yeah.
The last thing we want to see is one party coming in and say that I don't know what's happening. So and then we realize that it's too bad because once the court order is out, it's final.
Yeah.